spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled.
Oh, he's got some space. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
And the Longhorns just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Touchdown, Longhorns! He got a step and just dusted the field. Smokey the Cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early in front of this crowd. You know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Lopez to pass. He's got him. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. The quick out. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Quick strike complete. At the 40, there he goes. It's a running room. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Now 2nd and goal, and Ryan scores on the sneak.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And was finished off with the quarterback sneak. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. Creates a little space. Gets some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Caught in the backfield. It's Winston. Breaks into the open. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Powers through. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
It'll be 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. They'll try to get outside. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
I love the awareness by the defense there. 3rd and long, everybody in the building thinking this is going to be a pass, but up front, they were very, very aware that they might see run. And they did a really good job playing with their eyes. They rally to the ball, they get the TFL, and now they set up 4th and long.
He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. On the move, it's Riley. Defense there 22.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Snagged out of the air. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. That big pickup on what they call the drag route. But if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Lopez wants to fire. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, you got to love the effort. Selling out for it. Listen, it wasn't a deep pass down the field. It's a short pass, but great effort, laying out, good body control, bringing in the diving catch.
Looking to fire. He's going for the big play. Grabs it inside the 10. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. And you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
A designed run for the quarterback. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollard.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
And as they come to the line of scrimmage, they're passing on the field goal. But look, worst case scenario, you don't get it here, they're backed up in their own end. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll give it to the back. senior defender.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They give it to him again. Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line to pick up a 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on 3rd. Quickly out to the tight end. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the back. There he goes. Past the first down marker and still running. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
And they got the ground game working. This dude has been over 100 yards last week and already now 2 weeks in a row. This ground game really feeling it, understanding who they are, what they are, pounding the football and having a lot of skill.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas!
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Colorado is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things at Folsom Field. Trust me when I tell you that. Guess what I'm saying is a comeback could be in the cards. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Rice.
Got a little room. Can they catch him? Just barely able to keep him from pouncing it on that one. What a nice return. This dude is absolute electricity when he gets the ball in his hands. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Running back searching for a hole. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a... machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. from the gun to give to the back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Fourth down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Not a chance. Missed it. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Turning it on! Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. The Longhorns can really attack on this second and short. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Caught near the sticks. It's Winston. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Looking downfield on first down. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Longhorns will boot it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
They didn't have to blitz. They run the dime package, more speed on the field so we can cover in the back end, and then let the D-line do what great D-line do.
Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. Oh, he's got some space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the third down pass is incomplete. It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity on 4th down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half to build on your 2-possession lead.
Now, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Simon. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quick completion to the right. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Lopez to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Riley. Bounced off his feet.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't we try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
To the air on second down. Flushed out of the pocket. Fires on the move. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
You got to give this defense a ton of credit because they watch the film. They watch this offense go up and down the field. This QB threw multiple TDs their last game out. Didn't allow a TD pass in the first half. You're there in the second half doing a nice job defending the deep ball.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down or else they are really in trouble. It's complete to the left. Breaks into the open. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
To the air on first down. Under fire. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Lopez wants to fire. Here's the pressure. Hit as he throws. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to be a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Taking it the other way. The 40, the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Longhorns! The defense putting points on the board.
Dude, you're just thinking, hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the right. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
How about the linebacker breaking on the football, seeing the quarterback, the ball comes out, he moves right to where the ball's going, nice anticipation, and swats the ball to the ground.
He tries to take the top off. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. Got room on the return. And he's brought down, but this interception, a huge play to end this quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll run the toss. And some room to work. There he goes. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick. Yeah. Flying out to the left. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
And he tacks on the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Colorado is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things at Folsom Field. Trust me when I tell you that. Guess what I'm saying is a comeback could be in the cards. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Rice. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Power football with the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Now facing a 3rd and long. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Well, the offense on 3rd down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north, but...
Forget the punt. He's going to throw it. And the pass is incomplete. They thought they had the fake all dialed up, and it did not work. Well, they got the throw off, but not much else good happened for them after that one, and they'll turn it over on downs. Lopez to pass. Throwing right. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long. That's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Meadows. Alabama pushing the tempo.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. From the red zone, looking for a man. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling, and you're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
And he made the extra point without problem. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Sending the offense back onto the field. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Turning it on. Touchdown, Longhorn! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch it. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Lopez wants to fire. Got his man in the middle. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Hampton. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Fires to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time. And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Wants to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Meadows. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Texas!
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Scott. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Lopez to pass. Makes the grab on the left. Spins away from the defender. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
That last completion sets him up on second down. Quickly complete. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to throw for it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, but it might be too little too late.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ballgame.
Moves around to clear up the vision. On the run, fires downfield. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, an obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side. Oh, he's got some space. They're able to make the stop, but this offense running plays and racking up yards all the way to the end as they get the W.